here we are, another episode, late notice, but Thanksgiving week, so it gives everybody a little bit of extra time to spend time with family or to chill out.
Year.
But everybody ready to go.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Boost Over Ball podcast, your go-to place for everything Rocket League with your hosts, K-Cube, AJ Binky, and Red. So lean forward, lock in, and get ready to go Boost Over Ball.
Hello and welcome to the Boost Over Ball podcast. To listeners new and old, hello and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Kyle, K-Cube, here in the top left. In the top right, we have Red. And down below in the middle, we have AJ Binky. What's up?
Yo, yo, yo.
So the offseason that keeps on giving continues to keep on giving as we have a lot to talk about. A lot of smaller topics, but I think that they all deserve to be talked about. First, the CRL announcement for spring, the online free play update, the season rewards that just were out, the hashtag We Are Not Fortnite movement, and then we'll finish off with some Reds roster rumors and overtime with a good question from in one of the MLE channels today. So we will talk about that at the end. But first and foremost, we got the CRL announcement to talk about. First and foremost, again, a dub. Transparency announcement, just from a communication standpoint, they've already announced it. It's happening again. They're not killing CRL after this season, which is good. And I mean, that's kind of where the positives end, in my opinion. But we'll go from there. So the fall split is officially wrapped up. Concord University claimed the title for CRL Fall Champion, beating Northwood University in the grand finals. CRL's open competition format will be returning to finish out the academic year. From the start of the season, CRL Spring will track teams on point level leaderboard, and teams will once again face off in 4 open tournaments where they can earn points and scholastic prizing over the semester. Here are the details. Open to all college teams in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. There's 1 conference. 4 open tournaments lead to a spring championship. Each open tournament is 2 days, with day 1 being a double elimination bracket with 4 pools. 2 teams from each pool advance to day 2, and day 2 is the double elimination bracket with the top 8 teams from day 1. The top 16 teams in each open tournament receive CRL points, and the spring championship will feature a top 8 competition similar to last semester. So it is the exact same format as CRL Fall, but the dates for that one are Spring Open 1, January 4th to 5th, Spring Open 2, January 25th, 26th, Spring Open 3, February 15th to 16th, and Spring Open 4, March 15th to 16th, with the Spring National Championship happening April 5th to 6th. So that was a lot of information. First off, Red, I think that, this you're a little bit closer to some of this stuff than we are. What are your kind of first thoughts on CRL?
A W traffic for the communication aspect, getting it out early. But at the same time, 1, still no EU. 2, it starts before most schools come back. It's already hard pressed to get a roster built for the schools that may do tryouts at the end of each semester, let alone get one before school even starts, because you got your freshmen and sophomores in college who have to go move their stuff back into the dorms potentially. They bring the setup home and they leave it in the dorm over break. Then they come back and it just seems like, again, just kind of thrown together. Just, oh, we got to do something, so let's just get this over with. I don't mind the open format. I like the 1, 2, 3, 4 because it gives the chance to play a lot. At the same time, I feel like CRL was very much built upon that kind of league format that we used to have. Get qualifying for that top 16 and then facing against the best 16 each week until you potentially, hopefully, qualify for playoffs in the season. It feels like another tournament now. It doesn't really. There isn't anything that super catching about the open format, in my opinion. So I'm good for those top 8 teams that are going to qualify almost every time. but I don't know. It just feels like CRL's on a downtrend at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit. It seems like CRL is kind of like an afterthought. So maybe they're just like, you know what, we need to throw something together for this year, and then maybe it will expand next year. So that's like kind of really the copium for most of the CRL fans out there. But I mean, it's all online, right? There's no lands. It's all online. Even the national championships are online. So, you know, maybe having it January 4th and 5th, you know, the players will be able to play from home wherever that might be with their setups. Maybe they won't. Who knows? But like, I mean, for some of these EU imports that are like, you know, that have come over, like from Concord, from, you know, Maryville, especially, you know, they probably were going to go home in between the semester breaks, right? Like, that's not, you can't exactly go home for like 2 or 3 days and then come back. Like, that's, you know, 5 to 10 hour flight, depending on where in the US you are, to get back to the UK, especially, and, you know, the time change and all that stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think that the timing seems weird that it's so quickly after the new year. I mean, I know they had to like schedule it around RLCS, but it still seems to be a little bit rushed, I will say.
Yeah, I props to them announcing it early, but at the same time, I'm not very impressed with CRL right now.
That's fair. AJ, do you have anything you wanted to talk about on that one?
No, I didn't follow CRL last time around, so like I can't really compare it to anything.
That's fair. I mean, I'm intrigued to see how they're gonna handle everything. But I mean, the level of competition was fantastic in the last season, so you know, hopefully that will carry the fact that it's maybe less ideal than it could be. But anybody got anything else to add? Anybody have anything else that they'd like to add to CRL? Holy stroke!
All good here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is one that I'm interested to talk about, and that is online free play. Rocket League tweeted out, "Meet us at the arcade," with a little bit of a teaser video that we can we'll retweet if you haven't seen it yet. I figured most people have seen it. It's an arcade with a quick zoom up on a machine. It says free play loading, and it says one player two or player one, player two, player three, player four, and it highlights all of them. So that has led a lot of people to believe that this update will feature online free play. So I guess the first thing to do is like, what are your original thoughts on the update? What are your thoughts on a potential addition of online free play? AJ, you want to
How
start
many
out?
years did it take them?
How many years? Uh,
Almost
well,
10.
but yeah, 10.
Yeah. Seems like something that should have been in like the first 2 years.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's gonna be nice. It's nice. It's like awesome, sweet.
It'll be nice.
It'll be fun. I think also
It'll
the
be a
like
lot of fun.
the freestyle community gonna absolutely
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
we're gonna see some crazy clips.
At the same time, like, yay, awesome, great, but
And
like
to
I
be
feel like
clear, that's like the only negative thing I have about this.
yeah,
Everything else seems like it's gonna be awesome.
I,
But like,
I I'm a fan for it, especially if you
oh,
can queue ranked. Like if you can queue while
oh
all of
yeah,
you are
that'll
in the
be
same
nice.
free play together. Because
I
if
didn't
you
think
can't,
about
then it's
that.
just a
Yeah.
glorified private match, which is what most people are comparing it to.
Right.
Is it just being a
Exactly.
glorified private match? So if you can't queue from it, which I'm assuming you can,
Which is
then that'll be nice,
cool.
and you could actually set up like just quick warm up sessions, work on passing plays with everybody, and like try to set
Didn't they
stuff.
already have
Nice.
something like this? Like my video's gone, by the way. I don't know why.
Okay, well, maybe it'll come back in a minute.
Like in casual between games, if you don't find
Yes, but that was like you're like loaded into like a server essentially, and it's just
right,
you waiting for the server to fill, and then it starts the match. So,
yeah,
but yeah, it's they kind of have the same. It was like very close to being what this is most likely going to be. So again, goes back to like why did this take 9 and some change years?
Yeah, I mean, my kind of questions are like some people use unlimited boost in free play. I would contend most people use unlimited boost in
It's
free
like
play.
most, if not all,
But
do.
if you don't, is that still something that you can toggle on and off in the start menu? And then
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
are there going to be multiple balls, or can you have the option for multiple balls? Because like the one of the big like I guess pros of free play is the ability to manipulate the ball either with the in-game Rocket League mechanics or with Bacchus mod, like the follow
Ooh.
or like backboard
Yeah.
shot or like defend. So like if there's only one ball, can everyone do that and just freak the ball out? Or like steal it away from your teammate if they're like dribbling or something?
Huh. Yeah, that's a good question. I have no idea what they're gonna do with that. Like, I imagine that once the update hits, the ball chasing update is gonna take a hot minute, probably to figure out what the hell is going on.
It'll probably take a few days. Just ask T-Bone. He's usually pretty quick with it.
Yeah, he is.
But that is a good question. I imagine it'll just be the one ball, because then you got to code in like ball on ball physics, and like you get to really. I imagine if it's online free play, so it's still going to be a server that you're going to have ping in, which by the way, great way to test ping, I guess. That way you don't have to load into like a casual lobby, but like,
Oh, you're not talking like pros though. You're talking us.
Yeah, I'm talking us. Like if you're
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out like before you queue ranked, like you're messing
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
router in the back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. Getting 20 ping.
But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea which route they're gonna go with that. But it'll be interesting to see, especially because like, is it like a one like the host sets all the settings, so like he'll set like unlimited boost or not, and all that, or will it be just truly individual based, which I can't imagine what it's gonna look like coding wise.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be like the server host controls it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I
feel like
imagine.
I feel like it would open up the door for a lot of shenanigans if each individual player could enable or disable unlimited boost.
Yeah, I'm sure we could find some pretty broken stuff at that point.
Yeah. So I mean, like, because to me, I mean, W for getting an update to begin with. This is probably the biggest update. Oh man, do you consider the big a really big update when they added like knockout and stuff? Like as the game mode?
I guess.
I mean, I like the adding a boost meter to the player names and some of the UI changes was an update, but I don't know that that's a huge update. Like this is it's essentially a new game mode.
I think I would. I don't know. This is probably the biggest update we've gotten. Right? Is there? I mean, free to play, obviously, but like.
I mean, I'd say that
after
the boost meter was just pretty huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not as big as this.
No.
This is,
Like actually adding content. I mean, you would have to go back to like them adding like drop shot and
yeah,
hoops.
like actual like season 3.
Yeah. I mean, adding the labs maps I thought was pretty decent content. Or adding them back because like you could use them for a while and then you couldn't and then they were back again. So I don't, whatever. But I mean, it kind of like in the simplest form, it just seems like a private match that you don't have to that you can queue from or go to in between, like while you're queuing for a tournament or while you're queuing for a match or anything, or waiting for a match, if you play in a league or something like that, where you could just kind of all go and five out. It just seems like a different version of a private match.
Are we gonna limit to 4 then? Do you think?
It certainly
Oh, true.
seems
Because
like that.
you could have 10 people to a party, right? So,
But
or no, it's 8 to a party, right? Is it 8 or 10?
9. I
Well,
think it's 9.
it's somewhere around 9 or 10.
It's
Yeah,
8 to 10, somewhere in that
Fair.
range.
Yep.
it's more than 8. I know that much.
So I mean, yeah, I was like, if you all hop into online free play, you're just gonna have 9 people flying around.
But console has a hardware limitation. So like it still has to run on PS4, and it has a limitation on how many cars can be displayed in game. Like that's why they made the party limit so low.
Yeah, I just
So
Googled.
like
According to
it's
Epic,
not
you
gonna
can play
be
online on all platforms. Matches can have up to 8 players, and 4 players can play split screen.
right.
So I think that shows you why it's 4.
But you can have more than 8 in a party.
I don't know.
You can have more than 4 in a party.
Yes, you certainly can, but I don't like. You can only have 4 locally playing at one time.
Right.
So maybe that's why they're only it only showed for 4 players.
Wait, what only showed for 4 players?
Like the
But
preview video, it only had up to player 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
It had
yeah.
player 1, 2, 3, and 4, which so I imagine it'd probably
would
only
make
be
sense.
4.
I mean, it makes sense for it to be 4. But it'd also be cool to have 10.
Yeah, I think it would too. But I don't know. Like I think the hardware limitations of like Switch, PS5 or 4 and Xbox is probably a good point that I hadn't thought about yet. Like it'll be interesting to see the limitations of it, and like is this going to be a game feature that people like love and use all the time, or is it kind of like people are going to use it for like a week or two and then they're just going to go back to their own free play?
I think people use it, but not. It depends on how easy it is to like.
Get into.
People aren't going to use it very much. I was
You
trying to find a nice way of saying it.
You switched your answers so quick.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not going to be as easy as just jumping into free play. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
People just aren't going to use it.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Anything else anybody wants to add on online free play?
Go to here.
Okay.
I guess it would be good for casuals
I think so too.
that just like want to mess around.
Yeah, I think it also might be good for coaching.
Well, yeah,
But
that'd be cool.
we'll have to wait and see on that one.
But that's it.
Okay. Well, on a less exciting note, I guess would be for this one would be season rewards. They just announced the season rewards, and it is rocket boosts yet again, and it is a anime style rank color with some sparkles in it. For
You can even call it anime style.
I don't know. It's like brown for bronze, silver for or gray for silver, gold for gold. You know, it's very consistent with the rank colors, with SSL being like a white, almost purplish, but I don't think they look very good for any of them. And it's like seemingly another copy paste like boost reward for your rank. I feel like this is the rank rewards especially could have been considerably better.
I mean, if you look at the video they posted, all this is the boost is a rectangle that stretches as you boost longer. Obviously, it is there for a certain period of time until the boost trail ends. And it is a like frame that is played over and over at a diagonal direction. That is the entire boost, and it is in a specific color. It is so incredibly bad. Like it is like like when is the last time we had a good season reward? Does anyone remember? Like I'm thinking
Season 4 free to play.
which ones were those?
The decals are pretty nice.
The decals that those were good. I'm a big fan of the old the OG dragon
Yeah, that's a good one.
Player
One of
cards.
the 2 seasons I haven't gotten.
Yeah.
No, season 4 is the
In like
spiky tire
oh god,
tire wheels or whatever.
and then maybe the goal explosion.
Which goal explosion?
God, yeah, I forgot. There's multiple.
Reason
You,
one?
the better one. I don't know how else to put it.
Right.
The better
So for,
one.
season 13 maybe, where they all like the
Let
logo
me-
goes in and then explodes.
let me see here. See if I can find them. Yeah, the logo ones were better, I think.
I can
Not the one oh actually there's a logo one, and then there's the one where it was the shield, right? That
Yeah.
exploded and was colored.
Spins? I thought that was before free to play.
That was competitive season 10. So
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
about what I was thinking.
yeah, it was before free to play. I
Wait, what did you? Oh, you just muted on. But
but I mean, yeah, it just like I feel like I could have gone out on the street, found a dude that knows how to use Blender, and he paid a dude $20 to make these. Like it just seems low effort. Like it doesn't make anyone want to play this rank season anymore for anything. Like the only reason you're gonna be playing ranked that these days is to improve your rank. Rewards do not matter because they look so bad.
Or to get the titles.
Or to get tots. Like that is the only reason. Like I think that's been the only reason to grind ranked besides improving your actual MMR for season. Because I don't understand who's in the creative department for Rocket League for items. They're not cooking. They need to stop. Stop. It's bad. No one likes the stuff you're putting out.
I mean, like, just listen to some of these replies, right? So from Alpha Cap, bronze boost looks like a night after Taco Bell. Fiber said couldn't have made it more exciting to receive these rewards. Tadpole said, "Wow, the archived section of my inventory will be so grateful." Mertzy said, "Oh brother." Virtuoso said, "Rewards. I'd remove them from my inventory if only I could trade." The overall opinion is very low.
Like I have not seen a good comment about these.
Yeah, me neither.
I haven't even listened to this. What's the boost out?
Oh no.
Have you listened to it yet?
No.
You should go listen to the boost noise.
Okay, hold on. I'll play it,
It
and
is-
it'll capture for the stream.
Here, I'm gonna give you an idea before you play it. It sounds like I'm taking a lawnmower over concrete.
Oh no.
It is bad. Does that not sound like I'm in a riding lawnmower and I'm going over the sidewalk?
That's awful.
What is this, man?
That might be the worst boost sound I've ever heard. That might be worse than the cat engine noise.
That's a hefty title. Also,
send me the link for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
It is so incredibly bad. Oh, he's okay.
I sent it.
Just you have to click into Twitter, but it is.
Oh my god, that's
I believe
horrible.
it's X now. Thank you.
Whatever.
that's horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
I thought the looks were bad, and then I saw a comment about how the audio sounds terrible, and I realized I had never listened to it yet. I wish I had never listened to it.
Yeah, I take it back.
That's
I wish I could give our viewers their time back on that one. That's awful.
It's awful. Like I'm not even joking. It legit sounds like someone in a riding lawnmower going over the sidewalk. Like, what?
It sounds like one of those old school movie projectors.
Except like 10 times louder and more annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd buy that.
Oh, I would too.
That's
Definitely what it is.
awful.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh my god. But let's talk about something anything else. That's so bad.
All right, Rocket League 2 is never releasing, not even being built.
Um
I'm just kidding.
oh my god. The next topic we got is the hashtag we are not Fortnite movement.
Oh, what just-
Many people in the Rocket League community have been tweeting hashtag we are not Fortnite to show their dissatisfaction with Epic and the changes that they have and are making to RL Esports. I've seen a lot of pros tweet about it. I've seen a lot of coaches tweet about it. There's over 8,000 posts with that hashtag so far. It was trending on the main page on Twitter or X, AJ. Like even First Killer tweeted it, and First Killer doesn't tweet. Like ever.
ever since his
I
dad became
missed
a
this
figure,
entirely.
like
Someone dumb this down for me. What happened?
So basically, there was a meeting with there was a Shotcast, most recent Shotcast. Shout out those guys, cool.
Go listen to it if you haven't. Go listen to it if you haven't.
But basically, there's a movement that was started to show the general community's displeasure with how Rocket League is being run right now. A lot of people, there's tons of orgs leaving. They aren't allowing sponsors on decals this year, which was a main source of income for most
Really?
orgs. Yes. They are now
That's
allowing
dumb.
sponsorships on decals, which was like 90% of most orgs
Why?
because Epic.
Well,
So-
that's rumor. They haven't like fully announced that, but that's like
but that's
Okay,
that's what's
you're right.
like most likely. That is what they're leaning
Right,
toward.
that's
Which is
gonna
insane.
happen.
certainly seems that
and
way.
so that kind of led to discussion of like let's start this thing. And so pretty much every known Rocket League pro, coach, orgs were posting it. They were posting, we are not Fortnite, and in some form saying like that the community is not happy with the direction Rocket League is going. We need to make a change. Like Epic, you need to stop.
I think the most tweeted, like everybody was just kind of copy pasting. It's the fuck it, let's pop this hashtag off. Let's make our voices heard. Let's stand together. I know if there's one thing we can stand behind, it's this statement: Rocket League, you got me. Hashtag we are not Fortnite. Nah, but
Good times.
so there was the tweet. There was also a Spaces that was hosted, and they had over 300 people that joined that. A bunch of pros, RL Esports talent, like Archie, Joyo, Stacks, Oski, and and a bunch of other prominent community figures all joined that to talk about what's going on. So, hopefully this can have some kind of effect. I'm intrigued to see if it will, but certainly there are a lot of people that are very unhappy with the way things have been trending with RL Esports, and it just shows that the community is still passionate, this community is still caring enough to at least like get the hashtag to trend on the main Twitter Discover page or X Discover page, not just like in the Rocket
Here's
League community
The
one.
problem though is like Epic doesn't care what we think at all. Like this isn't gonna do anything. They know what they think they know what is best for the game. They think they know what is best for the esport. And when it comes down to it, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, I think the general consensus, it's one of those like nothing's gonna happen if we don't do something, if we don't try. And even in the event something doesn't happen, even though we tried, at least you tried. There is no harm in trying to make a stand and like get the word out there and try to change the community for the better. But there's there's those that are optimistic about it, and there's those that are a little more, I think, realistic about it. Because at the end of the day, they are a billion-dollar corporation, and we are just one of their games.
And we are not Fortnite.
Yeah, we are certainly not. Fun times. But
Yeah, exactly.
uh, Red, anything else you want to add on We Are Fortnite before we move into everyone's favorite section?
I think I'm good. I mean, there's not much I can say. The pros have said it. The orgs have said it. Listen to your community. If you want this esports sport to survive, to thrive, to get better, to have more orgs and come in, listen to the players, listen to the coaches, listen to the staff. They know what they're doing.
It certainly seems like they do. AJ, anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I guess we'll roll the song then.
Alrighty. So, surprise, surprise, we have a lot to cover. Again, it's almost like it's the off season or something. But to start it off, surprising one, a very far trip for an organization, not so much for the players. Pioneers are coming back to North America. Last time they were in North America, they were with the roster of Kronovi as one of their main
The
key players.
Mountain.
The Mountain. This time, one of the most veteran players, the last bastion of veteran players besides K-Dot, really, at this point. JNaps, Eris, and Aqua, along with their coach Trey, will be under the Pioneer banner coming the 2025 season. As KQ kind of put it, it's JNaps and the NRG Rejects. I think this team is a sneaky top 8 team. They'll be one of those teams. I think they're similar to Snowman the first year. Maybe not so much the age part, but the like skill level.
Certainly not
So-
the age part, because I think JNaps might be as old as 2 of the snowmen combined.
Oh, okay, that hurts. That hurts easy.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're still older.
But props to Pioneers to come back to NA. Excited to see where things take them. Next, a couple more NA rosters. Chicago, Hoxer, and Kofer will be teaming together with their coach being the former version 1 coach, Firebird. And then some sad news. Did not think this was coming this season. I could see it in the next couple, but Garrett G, Captain America, has retired. Not from Rocket League entirely. He is now the co-owner of NRG, but from his play, he is done with his playing days. It is sad to see Captain America go, but it does seem like the title has been passed on, similar to Captain America and Falcon. The new Captain America is Reddles, since that is I guess that is some other news. That is the
Luminosity Luminosity manifested that so much.
they did the crazy manifesting for the Luminosity squad, but RMC, who is now the Team USA for the World Cup, Reddles was
And also
taking
the Gen
mantle.
G team.
How old is
Also the new
Rebels?
Gen G roster. So a lot of new things for that RMC squad. They're on the come up. Excited to see how they do. But again, yeah, Garrett G finally stepping down from his long and successful career in North America.
AJ, to answer your question, Redos turns 22 on January 2nd.
No, okay. Thanks.
Nice. All right, now back across the pond. Some EU news. Atomic with a K, Tox, and Raziers are set to team for the coming season, along with Cash, Toxic, and Smokes. Will be teaming up. So that means that the Williams Resolve roster, which I think Williams Resolve is also potentially on the way out of Rocket League entirely, just because, listen to any of the other podcast episodes, they can't afford to be here.
Yep.
So, that Cash Talk to Smokes, fun fact, is an all English team. So we'll see what the English have in store with that squad. Next, a actually signed org, Team Godsent has announced their roster of Zamberg, Flex, Tekaz. I actually only really know of one of those guys being Tekaz, so I'm curious to see how that roster performs. Another one of those kind of bubble teams that will maybe sneak their way into a top 8 random. They have a qualifier.
Zamberg and Flex are both Swedish Rocket League players,
Really?
Sweet.
which make their they make their triumphant return to RLCS.
Huh. Well, props to the Swedes.
Interesting.
Moving on, another org that has announced that they were leaving
Oh.
RLCS. This
Oh.
one not that unexpected, I think. Loud. They picked up a team just to try to get them into the World Cup. I don't remember. Did they or did they not? I don't think they did.
Furia did.
Oh, Furia. That's right. They were in. Damn. So Loud. Their 5-month stint in Rocket League is now over.
Also, before we move on too far, I did look it up. Do you have a guess on who the top Swedish player of all time is? I kind of forgot.
I feel like I should know this.
Swedish.
It's the 4-time.
Oh God. Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot he's
okay.
Swedish. Yeah,
Yep.
okay, that's what I figured. I was like, I couldn't remember. I knew he was in like that area.
I knew it was gonna be something super easy.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember if he
Yeah.
was Swedish or like maybe Danish.
Yeah, I was like Norwegian. No, but because when they went to the when they went to the one of the events in Sweden, I think it was a dream hack, like,
Yeah, it was a dream hack.
or was
I
it just
can't
in Leipzig?
remember.
Stockholm, maybe. I don't know.
I
The
think it was
Stockholm RLCS major,
Stockholm.
the last one before COVID.
Yeah.
But the number 2 Swedish player being a lot.
I didn't realize he was Swedish.
Neither
Dang.
did I. And then we have Cheerio, Data, and then Zamberg is number 5.
Okay. Well.
Flex is
Props to Swedes.
13th.
Okay. All right. Moving
Sorry.
on here. Got some more region transfers. A new SSA roster. That is an SSA. Shocker. But Forky, Lunar, and Yukio. Yukio being a KBM player, so I give a little bias to Yukio here.
Lunar was also one of the players from Ole Miss that was going to go to farm the region. I just would like that known.
Oh, that's right.
And then didn't
Yeah.
because the community was like, "Wow, these guys suck."
So they will be teaming up and competing in SSA. They actually are moving to SSA, so props to them. They're not like who is it, Mobula, right? That just played in there from like Spain or whatever. So these guys are they're going to South Africa, I think.
Yeah, I think Johannesburg.
They're going to go live in South Africa. So I will give them more props because they are doing the part. They are doing the OG way of transferring regions, which props to them.
They did the Elevate thing, like with Kami and some of those E-boys that went
Yeah.
over to APAC. So,
Speaking of APAC, some news about them later.
oh,
Next, Wavy, former TSM player, is expected to team up with Gyro and Andy under Deleted Gaming. A deleted XD, deleted gaming. Heard it both ways. Excited to see how those three are gonna do. Definitely, Wavy being some younger talent, on the come up there.
absolutely
Andy and Gyro-
farming the one scene this offseason.
Oh,
yeah,
for
dude's
real.
been grinding the one scene. So excited to see him put that into
Not the
RLCS form, maybe.
sideswipe one though. Let it be known.
Fair.
Got to get that
But-
in there.
But props to Deleted Gaming for being able to stay in RLCS. I almost feel like I didn't give props to any org. Speaking of orgs, Complexity Gaming doing their part for RLCS and players trying to compete at that level. It was announced recently that Complexity Gaming will be competing in NA next season. Along with that, they are sticking with their roster until someone buys
Kind
the
of.
roster. Kind of. So they stated that the player is going to be on a much reduced salary. All prize pool will be going to the players. But the players will be able to have the team in the team house till June of next year to help facilitate them as much as possible. But as soon as another org wants that team, gone. So they're going to do everything they can to find another org for this roster to try to offload them. But props to them for, even if it's not a ton of, like, they're not receiving a ton of pay for salary, the fact that they're just trying to accommodate them and let them compete at the high level is amazing by the Complexity team. Big props to them. I would love to see that more from the community in general. But obviously, every org has got a different. So, props to Complexity. Welcome back to NA. Glad to have you back. Hopefully, you guys can continue to be competitive.
Yeah. So I think for people that maybe haven't been keeping up to date on this, Complexity wants to do what Gen G, what SSG did, and downgrade the price of their current roster just because of the current RLCS, money landscape. But they had already planned on bringing this team back into NA. They didn't compete in NA last year because of visa issues. So, the players got the visa, they got the team house, they got them, they were getting ready to move. And I think they've decided that they don't want to pay this roster as much. So they're going to continue to pay a little bit of a salary, and they're going to facilitate their players to compete in NA and, help them as much as they can. But there is zero buyout for this roster, and they want someone to pick them up. So, again, good guy Complexity doing a good job here.
Alrighty, going back across the pond again, back to England and the European region. Archie and Joyo have announced their third, being Oli for next season. Along with that announcement, there was some rumored news about. I saw some stuff.
Rise.
Was it Rise? Yeah, there
Well,
was some
because
rumors.
the England team for FIFA E is Archie, Joyo, Rise. There was a lot of murmuring talk discussions that those three were going to team in the offseason, but I think there's probably still a little bit of bad blood and some differences between Joyo and Rise, back from the Team Queso and the Moist split. So that's all I've heard so far.
Still, that's going to be a pretty scary roster. Archie, Joyo, and Oli. Definitely could see them competing for a spot at world majors and worlds, as long as they can put the work in. So, EU again, going to be a interesting region. Speaking of EU, staying across the pond and then coming back over, the CRL import roster that just won CRL, Concord, minus Helix, will be teaming up. So that's Crispy Don and Seamus are teaming up with Ixo for RLCS this season, except they will be competing in North America.
Great.
So a lot of imports into North America.
Seamus, the demo god, right?
Yep.
That's the one.
My boy.
So they are making the trip to North America. It's, majority of them are already here for school. But Ixo, the more notable one, coming to North America. Curious to see how well they'll do. Whether or not they'll be just another one of those top 8 bubble teams, or they'll actually, hold their ground and even make it into top 8 recently. We'll have to see. But that wraps it up here for roster rumors. Again, we'll try to keep you guys up to date as much as possible every week, as we are winding down to the start of next RLCS season. We are a little under 2 months, gentlemen.
And less than a month away from FIFA E.
Less than a month away from FIFA E. We're almost there. The break is almost over.
It is not less time, but it certainly seems like less time than last year.
Yeah, it's almost like communication and other events really help, fill the gap.
It certainly seems that way.
Okay.
Okay, now it is time for Overtime, a segment where you, the viewers, ask us questions in Discord, in stream, in chat, in Twitter or X or any other social media platforms, and also apparently FM chat and MLE. So the question that was asked today, which is a really good one, and I think it's a good time of year to talk about it because we're getting into the holidays here. What are your top favorite kinds of cookies? AJ, you want to go first?
Raisin.
What'd you say?
No, not oatmeal raisin. Oatmeal chocolate chip.
Oh, like the ones at Potbelly.
Do they have some? I might be visiting Potbelly here at some point.
They do.
Man,
Bro's
those
like,
are
all
so
right,
good.
put that on my to-do list.
Count
Okay.
me in.
Okay,
Oatmeal
that's a good one though.
Yeah.
See, I think the only oatmeal cookie I've ever truly liked is those iced oatmeal cookies you get at like the grocery store. You can get in like that 24 pack.
Yeah, those are good too.
Those are fine.
The ones
That-
from
that's,
Costco
like,
are
the-
so good too. The really big
Oh,
like
yeah.
plastic container of them.
Like those are the only oatmeal cookies I will truly enjoy. Otherwise, we're talking snickerdoodle, peanut butter,
Mhm.
peanut butter chocolate. Any combination of those two. Monster cookie.
A what?
Monster. Do you
Monster
not know what a
cookie.
monster cookie is?
Maybe I call it something different. I don't know what a monster cookie is.
It's like
Monster
peanut
cookie.
butter M&M.
It is like shove everything you can in.
Oh,
It's like peanut butters, oats, chocolate chips, M&M.
M&M.
You can throw Reese's Pieces in there if you want.
oh, the
It is
recipe that
a
I just found.
smorgasbord.
Peanut butter, oats, M&Ms, chocolate chips. They're a cross between a chewy oatmeal chocolate chip cookie and a peanut butter cookie, and they're sure to be a huge hit with your family and friends.
It's true.
That's the one.
It
They
Okay.
is
are a
true to
huge
be
hit.
with
Okay.
family and friends.
They are so good. God, I mean, those are probably up there for me. I can't really think of any other cookies I'm like dying over.
So, I mean, just regular chocolate chip, I feel like could be in the conversation.
Well,
Totally.
chocolate chips always in the conversation. That's like a Hall of Fame pick.
Such
you know,
a
that's-
normie pick.
that was
though.
Yeah,
Hall of
it's
Fame
such
from,
a
like,
basic
10
bitch
years
answer.
ago.
No, I totally get it. I totally get it. But I had to say it, right? But what about
Sure,
the Pillsbury sugar cookies with the like little shapes on them, right? So like in the fall it's the pumpkins,
Oh yeah, totally.
and then
Those are
in
so
it's the
good.
Christmas tree ones around Christmas time.
Yep.
Let me put you on something. All right, you take a chocolate chip cookie dough, right?
Oh, and
Flatten
put
that
it.
out.
Yep,
You put it on top.
yep.
You
I've seen
put the
that.
Pillsbury dough boy cookie on top. Oh,
Okay. I
oh,
got something
so
for
good.
my to-do list.
Those
my
oh my
goodness.
gosh, like
I
those are
have-
so good.
I have found that Toll House does like the break and bake cookies, right? They come in like the pre-cut.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But like
the
if you do
squares.
the minis, they have like the cookies are like probably about that big. Where's the camera? That big. They are like the perfect size to go with the shaped Pillsbury sugar cookies.
No.
we are
Bro.
blowing AJ's mind right now.
I have to for my personal top 5. My grandma's next door neighbor bakes, and she makes a pumpkin spice cookie with caramel icing. And
that's
they're so good, and I don't like pumpkin spice flavored things usually, but oh my god, I could eat like an entire box of them.
yeah, that sounds like that's like a good fall cookie. I probably wouldn't like that
Yeah.
cookie any other time, but like give me
Yeah.
that cookie in October. Oh yeah.
And then give me 11 more.
Pandy's in chat. Pandy, favorite type of cookie?
Candy was good.
Oh, Pandy definitely has a favorite.
Yeah, there's no
This
way he
man's gonna-
doesn't.
This
Dude,
man's
yeah.
gonna speak some heat.
He probably
Snickerdoodle.
lives
He
off
said
cookies.
snickerdoodle.
Yeah,
Yes.
No.
That's definitely up
Yes.
there.
Let's go. The snickerdoodle.
I think snickerdoodle and oatmeal raisin were the two most controversial cookies from FM chat earlier today, where we got the question from, where I stole it from them.
There was
Controversial
a
as in-
fight in that chat. regarding
There are
this.
some
That's
people
what most
that
people
loved
voted
oatmeal
for?
raisin and snickerdoodle, and there's some people that
Ah.
really did not like them.
You just haven't had a good oatmeal raisin cookie.
I mean, that's what I was saying, because
Yeah.
my thing was like, if you have a really good oatmeal raisin cookie, it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
But a really bad oatmeal raisin cookie is
He
inedible.
sells it. Yeah.
Even a mediocre one is like straight up bad. Hey yo.
Andy's favorite cookie is AJ Binky. Did you mean Pookie? Did you mean to spell cookie?
was there a typo there?
Okay, so the list currently sits at oatmeal chocolate chip, snickerdoodle, peanut butter, monster cookies, the Pillsbury sugar cookies with the shapes on them, so like the pumpkins or the Christmas trees, the sugar cookie with the shapes on them with chocolate chip cookies on them, And he said no. Wait, what the hell? Oh, he was talking about the Pookie thing. That's what he. I think that's what he's probably talking
Yeah.
about. Oh, what I miss? I said the
Why-
pumpkin
no,
spice
y-
cookies.
that's not
Yeah,
number
that's
one.
true.
That's not
This
number
is
one. Those are
no-
just the list.
Oh,
That's
no.
just the first one.
It's
That
number
in
one.
Not
Don't
no
let them lie
particular
to you.
order.
Yeah.
Do not listen to AJ.
No.
Don't listen to
Oatmeal
him.
chocolate
Don't
chip
listen
is
to the
number one.
voice that is not on screen.
These were like weird. I was listing them. Everyone was at a reality crisis. I also saw recently a cinnamon toast crunch cookie.
Oh, wait, that sounds fire.
I'm-
Where?
I might have to tweet out the recipe. It was in a TikTok. I could tweet out the recipe.
You gotta send
Tweet
that.
out
It
the
also
send
recipe
it
and
to me
then
now.
make it for us and then send it to us. I like that idea better.
I'll make them next land. I'll get all the stuff and make them next
My-
land.
My
Oh,
wife
yeah,
loves
there
there
we go.
cookies, so send it to me now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
there's an account that I found. It's giving you a cookie recipe every single day until Christmas, and it started November 1st.
I like that.
And there's icing that you can add to the cinnamon toast crunch cookie, but until the icing, it's dairy free for people who also have the same issues that I do,
Yeah, yo.
which is even better. But I will, for people listening, I will tweet out the video of the cinnamon toast crunch cookies after the show. Red, if we don't hang out after that's over, you're fired and banned. Oh no.
Okay, don't worry, brother. We can't.
Jobs on the line.
I mean, you could just
I
come
have
into the
threatened.
VC.
That's true.
You have
Well,
the
we
you
really
have the
Sure you have
technology.
firms.
We got some Blue Lock to watch. Because Mr. Panword here
He's on the clock.
On the clock? I don't see why that matters.
on the clock,
Your type
almost done with our shoot.
for
Tell your
Gotta-
coworkers to
shoot.
fix my camera. Actually, I just need to unplug it and plug it back in.
E-fuse shoot. Okay.
Okay.
I guess that's acceptable.
We shall hang out and either watch some Blue Lock or do whatever dumb shit we're.
This is fair. But do any of you guys have any other questions you want to ask? Pandy, do you have any questions that you want asked before we wrap up for today? Oh, okay. He has
Oh, God.
many. However,
That's
okay.
terrifying.
What self control,
Okay, we'll
the
ask
restraint. Also, while we're waiting for Pandy to put the question in chat, shout out. We now have a Blue Sky account.
Yo.
Um,
I'm here. I just need K-Cube to enable me again.
oh, the camera's fixed.
Let's go.
He's back. Back again.
Hey, there he is.
What up, what
AJ's
up?
back. Tell a friend. Okay.
The real question, Panward. Best extra mode in Rocket League. Why? Oh God. All right. I feel like I may not be qualified to answer this question.
We might have three different
I-
answers.
Most likely.
I mean, I know AJ's.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
AJ, if you want to
obviously.
go ahead and.
Yeah, definitely drop shot. No question asked. It's just objectively the best. That's all there is to it.
Well, Pandy, you don't have to give away the answer that easily. Jeez. K-Cube.
Let's be real. It's snow day. It's snow day.
That's the answer I expected from you.
Yeah.
So, and maybe this is a cop out, but do you mean like the best extra mode, like best, like most fun to play, or what you're best at? Because these are two very different answers for me.
He said yes.
Awesome. Have fun. Fuck it. Hoops.
Okay.
Oops. It's
And
They're all
as
fun.
I totally am not being threatened off camera here to answer this question, but the correct answer is Rumble.
Yeah, if you're a nerd.
If you're good at the game, wouldn't know what
I will
that's
say
like.
Rumble purely because it's hilarious to hear Pandy rage about RNG.
That's
Right,
a
that was
suck
like-
up answer.
What do you expect when you threaten me?
He threatened you with a good time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you and I have different, descriptions of good times.
I mean, fair. So no one said drop shot.
I will say I am the
Best drop shot?
best at drop shot.
Who was the shark that was
Of
top
the-
10 in
of the
drop
ex-
shot?
Who's the what?
Who was the shark
Was
that
it
was top
Atomic?
10 in drop shot? No, it was not Atomic. It was somebody that's good at ones.
Oh, it was Mushy
Trash
Pancakes.
Fan.
No. Who?
Trash Fan?
Yes. You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not me. Drop shot is probably
He's
my
good.
least favorite extra mode. But also that could very much take into consideration the rank of the people that I'm playing drop shot with. There's no strategy and everyone just chases the ball like a madman.
Oh, so it's just like every other mode.
Deeper, yeah. hmm
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
everybody's boost recharges.
Who's this nerd?
The only correct answer.
True.
Shocker from the Rumble player.
Yeah, weird.
Hmm. That seems a little sus, but I guess I'll let it slide. Because he joined the VC to say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I answered my own question.
Hey, that's fair. Sometimes you got to do it.
For us having a conversation with himself. That's wild.
This Flash Panty guy in chat's asking a pretty valid question.
Is he now?
All
Alright, hit us with one more question.
Yeah, you did say you have multiple. We'll take one more to fill the
Oh, one more question.
Uno.
What's the
Uno
what's
section.
what's the best Pokemon?
Oh, Doxbone.
Ooh.
Duh.
Are we talking like literal Pokemon or like Pokemon game?
Pokemon. The Pokemon, the actual pocket monster.
Doxbone.
Oh
What-
boy,
what'd you say?
AJ, do I have something for you?
Oh, do ya?
Oh,
Yeah.
does he have a card?
What's that?
Yeah, he got
He
he
pulled a
went down the
card.
rabbit hole.
Oh, snap. It's about to get real.
He's got a Dox card. And it's shiny.
Oh, yeah, I have that one too.
Look what I opened today. Sorry, you're still on the episode. Finish out your episode first.
We're just all like
Keep
looking at
going.
the screen trying to see what you got. Okay.
Oh god. I think I gotta stick to my roots here. I gotta go.
Wait, can you
I gotta
see
go with my boy Charmander, not Charizard. Charmander.
Oh.
Gotta go with the OG. I'm a bit of an old head. That was my first Pokemon.
You are old.
Actually, no, it wasn't my first Pokemon. My first Pokemon. I played Pokemon Gold,
Yeah.
It would have been
and
what, Cyndaquil?
it was
Or-
Cyndaquil.
Yeah.
Which so I guess
Typhlosion.
Cyndaquil. Yeah, the Typhlosion. Although there was some, if you know Pokemon, there was some weird stuff said about Typhlosion.
Whoa.
I can't see mine.
But anyways,
There we
KQ, what's yours? We'll get this.
I'm going Torchic. I played so much Ruby that's got to be it for me.
Fair.
But before we
Who's
dive
next,
any deeper into Pokemon TCG, which you can come talk to us about in the Boost Overball Discord, but we'd like to thank everyone so much for listening. We'd like to please remind everyone to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, join our Discord, and rate us 5 stars wherever you listen to podcasts. Share the show, tell a friend, let us know your thoughts. It really helps us out. Also, check out our Twitch, which we're live recording on right now, normally every Tuesday. However, because of Thanksgiving, it's today. Check out our TikTok and our new Blue Sky account. Also, check out our merch store. All of these links and more can be found on our website at boostoverball.com. And from us here on the show, as always, remember to choose Boost over Ball.
Thanks for listening to the Boost Over Ball podcast. Make sure to check out our website at boostoverball.com.